Hoot hoot everybody, hoot hoot! I'm Vlhelm Vanderbos, the noble owl of globie generation 2 equinox. And welcome to evening Satsu stream with art. Hello plumies! How's everything? Can you hear the music okay? Hoot hoot, hello Dango. I'm sorry to hear about your computer, buddy. Let me say hello to everybody. Let's see. Jennifer, hi. Neko. Oh, sorry. Neko, hello. Mary Mage, Citrina. Hi, hi. Kitty Kitty, Multiverse. Welcome, welcome. Lizzie Cosplay, hello. Reversed. Ole. Ut. Joy, hi, hi. Hakura, welcome, welcome. Let's see what else we got. Folklose, welcome, welcome. Lavender, hello. And Aranor, welcome, welcome. Nani, oh, I have to do the text-to-speech voice. Yippee. Thank you very much for the 5 months, Nani. Muchas gracias, te lo agradezco mucho. Lock in, you say. Hello, Golden Crown. Welcome, welcome. Now, hi, everybody. I don't know if you are aware, but I've already had a stream today. I was guesting on Yankin Palm Stars. So if I'm a little mellow, that would be why. Let's see, grabbing should be the right stream. Yeah, there you go. How are you doing today? You got the what app do you use to draw? I use Clip Studio. Right. So, let me add the same thing. If you have any art related questions, feel free to ask, and I will try to answer with a practical example. Where possible. Click and pin. Yes. Welcome, Caramel. Yeah. Right, so I have a bit to talk about today as well, I suppose. Everything that happened on Jankin's stream. If you guys didn't catch it, there was a lot. I think some of you learned a little bit more about me today. A little bit more about me outside of streams, and I thought it was a good opportunity because I mean I never meant to keep it a secret or anything, but it's just I figured when I was invited to this that I think I will I'll just let that be the place that you can find out about these hobbies of mine, and I will and then I can talk about it on my end as well. If anyone is new here, please check the channel rules, the chat rules in the video description below, so that you don't overstep any boundaries and get moderated. But yeah, you're learning to draw using Krita and Ibis Paint. Ibis Paint, I never know how to pronounce that, but those are really good apps. It's never about the app, it's how you use it, and I've seen amazing artists with using mouse only, or even using their finger on a phone. It's all about you finding your method that you're comfortable working with. It was fun to learn more about you through the stuff you showed. I'm glad you think so, Mary. It was fun to tell about me a little bit. It's the kind of part that I like. I don't know if it suits, it fits, you know, what I've already. Dimky Alman, hello! I can't do it as loud as you can, Miri. Why are you not? Where did you drop the wrench? What the heck? Man, I give you a wrench and then you just lose it. Sorry, I must have. That counters. Oh, that makes sense. Get wrenched. And now I hope I unwrenched the right one. Did you get it? Did you get it? Everyone duck! Duck! And be extra annoying about it. Watch me. Hey, there you go. You don't have to. You don't have to. Welcome, Miri. Other Miri. Two Miris. Miri. But yeah. Today I'm gonna be continuing the chibis. We have one more chibi to design. They're all not all done prior to this, but I kind of just wanna go on to the next one and then, you know, finish them at my leisure, pretty much. Yep. So yeah, that's Gen 3 chibis, of course. We're doing their portraits, but they're looking a little bit small. Like, I'm being annoying about it. Oh gosh, Itzy. Hello, Itzy, welcome. Welcome, Itzy. It's nice to see you. Itzy, nice to meet you. The double account. Oh my goodness. Well, no, totally never met you. Nice to meet you. Hello, Gummy. Welcome. Yeah, so I will tell you a little bit more about what was going on Junkin stream in just a little more. Let's put on a. I think if we put a sleepy tune on right now, I'm also gonna be a little bit tricky with that. So I think we should have some of the new songs that we had. We can start a bit chill. Why not? Let's see. There we go. It's the new layout. You see more of my art area here. The overlay is still there, as you know, but yeah. So. Sure, you can have a wrench there too. I'm throwing wrenches, everyone duck. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I was on Junkin Palm Stars stream. I'm gonna be drawing chibis today, and also answering your questions. But first, I'm gonna be catching you all up on what was discussed and what some of you learned about me today. I'm gonna be using the art account to do the art setup to do it too. Let me see if I can find the. There we go. This is the good one. Here we go. Here's the thumbnail. So see, I was at Palm Stars, which is essentially like pawn stars. You know, when you go into pawn shop with some good collector's item kind of a thing. I recommend you go check out the VOD for the full extent of this. It was pretty fun back and forth I had with Uncle Junkin right there. Yeah, go check it out on his channel. It was linked on my community post where I talked about it. Prawn Stars, it could probably be a Prawn Stars too. It might actually end up being that if you were to guess at some point, Itzy. But you're already a Prawn Star. Hello, Ray. Welcome. Okay. So basically, the things that you learned about me today is, well, first of all, I made a little bit of a joke contribution of my items. I brought in a Tetris eyepiece, and I brought in a Stardew Valley keg, because if you know me, you would expect the keg to show up at all times. But for the real ones, I brought in some collector's items, right? Hello, Nye. Hello, Breeze. The keg was so unhinged. Oh, you should have expected it, I feel. Even on other people's streams. Welcome, Larissa. Let me get the reference here. But yeah, we were talking about how I had refurbished an old portable console. Like, I was pretty late to the whole portable console deal. Like I said, I bought like a collection from someone who was kind of moving on to other stuff. So I got their like really old Nintendo DS with a bunch of Game Boy Advance games and some Nintendo DS games. That was my introduction to that. Pretty late actually, you know. DSi was already a thing, kind of stuff like that. But I figured I just kind of wanted something for commuting and stuff like that. So that's where it happened. And with the Game Boy Advance stuff, I actually bought and refurbished. And that's all right, Ray. You can lurk as well if you feel. Don't feel pressured. It's nice to have you here, regardless. So yeah. I've refurbished consoles before. I actually bought and upgraded because of just being very how do you say that, interested in the whole upgrading and portable console kind of a thing. It also would it was just a bit of a hobby project, where I just kind of built it myself. Let's see, maybe I can actually show you the pictures if you're interested. Yeah, no worries, the chill space, it's all fine. I'm not gonna talk about all the items, just a couple of things that I think you would find interesting. This one here, right there. This is a Game Boy Advance SP with the clamshell design, but the little trick with this is that it has a lot of replaced parts, including the case. I've never, you know, that was way before when it comes to like my own consoles and stuff like this. So I never really had a retro 8-bit console. I really love the music, I love the graphics, but it wasn't really there in general. So I bought a case replacement because the original SP that I got these parts from was in a really bad shape. So so this is a case swap that I did on that one. I also replaced the screen, and I replaced the buttons for the L and R to make them tighter, so like everything works better. A new speaker. So this is like my own build, refurbished and upgraded and stuff like that. I haven't really played a lot on this. This was more like a hobby project to actually do things. But it was some of the games that came with that pack that I bought from that friend was were a bunch of like games I was happy to see there, like the Tetris Worlds, which was my general entry to Tetris. But yeah, and also Street Fighter 2 Turbo on like the classic Street Fighter, but the Game Boy Advance version. Yeah. So we have with this build was just kind of really fun to figure it out, take everything apart, clean it because of maybe some water damage and stuff like that, and yeah, it's we have this was a fun little project. I learned how to solder. I was really scared I was gonna completely wreck the screen and the motherboard and it's the whole thing, but it worked out pretty good. So that's kind of where the start of my tinkering journey. You guys know how much I like it when I'm just building the clock, the owl clock and stuff like that too. So that was one of the things that I thought it was pretty fun too, for you to learn about me. And welcome Micah, welcome Strawberry, welcome Bruja, and Kay, welcome. Yeah. So that's one of the things that you can learn from that stream about me, about things that I've done. Other collections as well were there too. It was nice to see some familiar faces. I was very engaged in my one-on-one with Uncle Junkin, so I couldn't really address it sadly, but it was nice to see you all there. Okay, let's grab Maeve, Maeve's face as a reference again. Mine's kind of blown when you say you learn to repair and enhance the Game Boys like that. Yeah, right? I mean, I see other people doing it in other projects and just kind of kits that they buy. Obviously, I didn't just straight up grab an incompatible piece and made it compatible. You know, it's just kind of part of the whole like project to work it all out. But yeah, it was really fun, and it's also made me kind of want to It's also made me kind of want to learn how to fix other things, you know. I usually give it a shot. It's like I've said in this welcome scones. It's also how I said on stream that if you are already going to if you're already going to throw something away, learn how to repair it. Yeah. You have an optimal opportunity to maybe actually learn how to fix it if it's already broken. If you have access to a soldering iron or something, you can look up some videos, learn how to do it. And yeah, today I'm gonna draw Lilu and have a nice nap, Micah. Post con, yeah. Let's have a see. Let's have a look. That's true, but unfortunately one cannot fix a fridge. You can fix a fridge with the right tools and right parts. My fixing has obviously not only stopped at consoles. I've fixed other appliances and stuff too. Let's have a look. I need the references. Sorry. Hello Taya, welcome. Do you know about something about bruja being a swear word in Spanish? It is not. It means witch in Spanish. So don't worry about it. I mean, you can call someone a witch in a negative light, so sure, you can, but it's not necessarily a curse word. Nor do I wish for it to be here, so don't worry about it. Also, if it is, maybe you should learn about the words and what they actually mean. You can turn anything into a hostile, bad light if you say it the right way, in the wrong way. So don't worry about it, mods. Thank you for bringing it up, but no, it is not. Let's have a look. See, I still need to catch Lilu. Oh, Lulu. Oh, nice. She's already posted the references. There we go. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna draw it from the front like we've done the others. No problem here. This looks kinda cursed, not gonna lie. I'm sorry you've been looking at this for so long. There's an old man, an owl man. Yes, ATP, welcome. Hoot hoot. I'm drawing my Kohai. I was almost gonna say Gen mate, but Gen 3's Olilu Lulu, which debuted recently. I've drawn the other two as well. Maybe I should the other three. Sorry. We got Sarah, who is not finished, but you know we're gonna design the next one. Welcome Tax. But yeah, we got Sarah, we got Mimi, also still missing a couple of parts, and we have Maeve, of course. There you go. So now we're just gonna draw Lilu, and we're gonna have Maeve's grayscale reference up there, so we can easier work with this. You're so cute. What? Thank you. No, I cannot. Sorry, I cannot draw the profile picture now. Like that Really like you went the chibi route. Yeah, because they're like, you know, obviously they're my adorable kohai, so to say. So I kind of wanted to give them a little cutesy thing. Also, I didn't want them to have to wait for that long. So I wanted to give them a chibi as like welcome and good luck with all your content kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, this is a bit wonky, so let me just get into this a little bit. Okay, what I like about Lilo's design is, for first, compared to Maeve's eyes, Lilo's eyes are kind of, you know, pointed up a little bit. She has big round eyes, but they also have this kind of cat-like feature to it a little bit. But she has big eyes, big sparkly eyes. But she doesn't look very sleepy, which is very easy it's a very easy effect to get when you have like very thick eyelashes. The shape of the eye is gonna do it, so yeah. Don't really fully get the people coming in starting to talk about what they're doing. If you have read the channel rules, you kind of realize that this is my chat. So if you're gonna do something, by all means go do something. But last I checked, this was for you to ask me questions about art. Yeah, please ask me art related questions. I will try to answer them for you. But don't see it as an invitation to just start talking about anything art related. It's an old Cintiq 13 HD. I think I'm gonna, you know, I see another art piece of Lilo, so I'm gonna make her wink a little bit. Would you recommend it? No. It served me well. It was quite pricey by the time when I first obtained it. Now it's quite old, but there are replacements, of course, in the sphere of tablets. But I wouldn't recommend it due to the fact that, funny enough, Wacom Cintiqs, they don't always have the best color generation or reflection. So yeah. We're gonna draw this face, I think. Folklaus had a question about shading. I'ma check. Let's see. Thank you for letting me know. Any tips on shading? I'm trying what they just look like blocks, not gonna lie. Ah, okay. Well, give me a little mo and I'll get back to it. I will show you. You wanted some tips on shading the face or something in general? Clothes. Oh, clothes is tricky. Clothes are very tricky to shade. So you mean like folds and stuff, yeah? Yeah, folds. Honestly, what I would recommend, depending on your style and where your level of art is, right? I got a question a couple of streams back about how to draw fluffy sweaters, oversized sweaters and stuff. And shading is very tricky because you kind of need to take a couple of things into consideration. If you use line art, then there's this style where you don't use the lines for the folds. You only keep lines on the outside. Look, if we're gonna give this face, which is it's gonna be so out of it's just not gonna fit at all, right? But let's give this head a complete different outfit, and then give you an idea. Actually, give me a piece of clothing. What would you like a jacket, like a t-shirt, like what? And then I'll do a quick render of it on this. Jacket, please. Okay. No, not holding any punches here. Jackets are quite tricky. But all right, let's have a look. I think you can work with this as is anyway, so we'll just invert the lines, get it all drawn out, and let's see for a jacket. I'm just gonna grab a generic like reference here. I'm gonna guess you kind of want a jacket with a lot of folds. Obviously, the thicker the material. Oh, dropped something. The thicker the material, the less folds. If you have a very thick jacket, then it's just gonna like follow everything, you know. Let's grab this one. If you have a thick denim jacket, denim doesn't fold that easily. Hello Harley, welcome. It has a collar maybe, and then it just kind of follows the body, and you get some fold. Usually get folds around parts where gravity makes it kind of, you know, crease. It's more creases than actual folds, you know, like here. This is really disproportionate to the actual character, right? So the folds are mostly like focused around the parts where things bend, like the arm will bend maybe, and then there's a bunch of folds here because you're forcing this really thick material to kind of to shape, to change direction, you know. Every time something changes direction, like this, like here, goes like this and here, all those parts will have a lot more folds. So that's something to keep in mind, right? Obviously, I would suggest practice by checking reference pictures and stuff and things like that. But yeah, this is a good indicator in general. And if you're gonna shade this, I would suggest doing the line art where these big intersections happen, the change of direction that I was talking about, right? Because to shade it afterwards, let's just do something quick here. Let's just make it a white jacket, and then shade it. You have to obviously determine where the light is coming from, but if we're gonna do it generally, let's do it like this. You kind of block it in a little bit, right? Kind of follow the edges a little bit. It's an easy enough way to just kind of do gentle, like following the edges to kind of make the jacket pop a little bit. If the light is coming from the top, don't shade more on the lower end of things. Leave this kind of highlighted area to be like more closer to where the light is coming from. Usually when you draw anime, classic is light is coming kind of frontal, kind of high up. So, and then you just kind of trace these folds. The trick here is to kind of shade one side of the folds. You know, if you shade one side of it, the other side gets unshaded, because then you get the not illusion, but then you get the shading that is kind of folds that are changed like this. See, if I were to draw this as like almost like a folded cloth like this, like here, then you would be shading the part that is underneath the fold, right? So that's why I say you should shade on one part only, giving it this kind of shading, but from the front. So that's what you do with these parts. You just kind of, a good way to start is just you just pick one. You just pick one direction that it's where you're gonna shade, and you try to stick with it. Kind of gives it this kind of like popping style. Okay. Was that helpful? We can leave it at that for now. Oh, no problem, no problem. That's what I'm offering here too. It's Vilhelm to begin with. Bruja, oh, and your OC or someone else's OC's arm touching the armpit, then they'll have a lot of wrinkles, but depends on how loose or tight it is. Yeah. I'm just giving general advice right now. We can, at some point later on, maybe we can do more specific ones. Also, welcome Naoki. As an artist, what helped you improve? Studying other techniques a lot. If I saw something that I liked, first of all, like, it's very easy to, and I'm sorry in advance if you feel like this hits close to home, but as an artist, as a growing artist, when I'm learning things, I find myself almost like a puppy chasing cars, as they say. When you go from one thing to the other, one thing, oh, that looks cool, that looks cool, that looks cool. Don't ever commit. I never commit. I didn't commit, is what I'm trying to say. So, the problem with this is that I never stopped to think about what I liked with a picture. I see a lot of cool shading, like, oh my gosh, this looks so cool, I wish I could draw like that. And then I almost try to copy it or try to become, like, try to learn that art style. But then there's something else that's kind of like, oh, that looks really cool. Oh man, I wish I could draw like that. And then that almost becomes like that would almost become a bit like a not obsession, but like the new, like, oh, I want to do this, oh, I want to do that, and oh, I see some concept art for a game I like, oh, I play a new game, oh, those characters look sick, you know. And it's fine to gather influences like that from all kinds of places. It's good to consume as well. If you're going to create, it's good to consume because you build your database. So technically jumping around helps, but you always need to have a base to come back to. It's like you can go traveling, but you have a home to come back to, you know, a place to start from that you come back to. And you, maybe if you bought some loot somewhere, you just bring it back and leave it there. It's like that's the kind of idea. If you see an art style you really like, just consume, check it out. So yeah, actually, keyboard is failing me, that's fine. So what I'm trying to say is that if you see an art style that you really like, stop and think about what you like about it. Because a combination of styles is gonna make, it can make pictures look really good. But sometimes the fact that you like a style is because they make, I don't know, they make the character really expressive. You know, the facial expressions is actually what the thing that you're really liking about this is, you know. And then I feel like it's you can definitely absorb that and learn that. But I've seen too many artists, and also myself included, that just kind of almost are willing to drop everything they have learned or they've been working on just to pursue this new direction. And that will only, that's kind of like walking around in circles, you know. It's like you'll end up kind of taking a couple of right turns and then you just end up where you started. Yeah, and of course it's fine to maybe study the picture and try to recreate it, because recreating something your own way will teach you a way that might work for you. Because looking at speed paints, looking at progress pictures might not always, you know, teach you well, because you're just watching someone do it without really explaining what they're thinking and how they're doing it. Plus, there are parts in art style that is really, you cannot teach, because it is straight up pure inspiration. If I were to decide to do something like, you know, oh, a line there, or, you know, kind of like I'm just gonna shade the hair, I'll do it a bit quick like this, like, because I don't know, it feels good, you know, that you can't really teach that whole like, no, when you shade the hair you should always consider doing like a tall short pattern. No, they just go by feel. And the whole part of going by feel is really tricky to both learn and to teach, you know. That's one of that's the thing that distinguishes two artists learning the same thing, is because you have different feel and vibes with your art. You express yourself different. Yeah, I'm also self-taught when it comes to art. Though I have studied plenty, like art, color theory, and progress processes, and some tutorials here and there. So yeah, self-taught, but not completely on my own, because obviously that would just be like reinventing the wheel, and it's a bit unnecessary too. Yeah. Sorry, do we have any more questions, art-related ones? Those tutorials were just, I kind of do it by feel. There are so many art related tutorials that just go like, yeah, and then you just do this. And this is really annoying, because like, luckily when I was learning, I would read a lot of like what now is just kind of outdated blogs from artists trying to explain in text, and theory books. Because right now you see so many people just drawing by feel, to the point where kind of like it doesn't make sense half the time, but it's just something they've learned and automated, so it's kind of just becomes a habit to draw that way. But they never stop to think if the light and shadow should cast that way, or if the color should be that way. Welcome, Peanut Butter. Welcome. Now this looks like some kind of Ojo-sama, which kind of fitting, because Lilu can do a pretty good Ojo-sama voice. But for the sake of making it look like her, we're gonna separate the eyes a little bit. I think that eye is a bit too far out on the side now. Oh, I accidentally saved. That's good. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't. I find that the tutorials are really useful for me at the point where I am with art. Of course, it's useful for a lot of people at the point that they are with art, because I'm comfortable in my art style, but it's still open for suggestion and improvement and development. So I can look at the whole thing because I'm like, how the heck did they draw the nose that way? It looks so good. And then I'm just looking at the whole speed paint tutorial thing, and it's kind of like I see what they do. And I'm like, okay, so they use a multiply layer and they use this. Sounds a bit inconvenient for me, for my style, but I could probably replicate it using some different other techniques. Yeah, Mary, I know that one too. It's like, and for the last step, I do some adjustments. They say that I do some adjustments, and it's a completely different picture. Like, never underestimate the post process, like the after effects. It can be so ridiculous, honestly. Lilu actually has these kind of elf ears kind of thing. It's quite cute. It is completely valid that they do it that way, but not everyone is cut out to be a teacher, if you know what I mean. I might not even be cut out to be a teacher in that sense. I like teaching, but I might not be cut out for it for certain parts because I also draw by feel, you know? I do like to stop and try to explain some stuff so that it might maybe work out for you, but I'm not a like studied art teacher. Like, I just kind of try to help you skip all the steps of trial and error that I had. But I'm sure I miss out on a couple of fundamentals. Hopefully it's a little helpful at least, you know? It's because not everyone really understands what they do. A lot of people learned by watching someone else do things. So basically, you know, they got pretty good at art because they studied another style, but it's not their style initially. So they just kind of do things by habit. It looks crazy good because they kind of learned how to do it, but they're not very adaptable because of the fact that the lighting and shading maybe looks the same, or the colors maybe look the same, or even they might even use the same color of everything. Like the skin tone is always the same one, so when you suddenly ask for something different, you'll get the same skin tone again. You know, it's a bit tricky. That's not to say again their art looks friggin' amazing, but the fact that they're a bit of a creature of habit when they make it is very beneficial for commissions. It's very beneficial to take commissions and then just be like, oh, you want one of my pieces? I'm gonna just do what I always do, and you know, you'll be happy because that's what it looks like. But it might not be suitable to teach anyone, you know. It feels like every artist, including me, goes through a rim light on everything phase. Yes, because it looks really good, but it's not always viable. Suddenly you draw a character in darkness and then you get a rim light. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I've been there too, for sure. Super easy extra thing to add. And it's really good for portraits, because portraits are kind of like ambiguous, kind of where are they? Not sure where they are, but I can just add whatever light I want here. It's fine, it looks nice. It frames the face better. You know, it has a lot of beneficial. It's the reason why a lot of people go for it. But then they go for like, I'm gonna do something else, and it doesn't really work with the rim lighting that well. Like to the point where it doesn't make sense. Wait, I'm gonna copy my own character here. Bloop. Because I realized I forgot to indicate where the body goes. There you go. Okay, come back here, mate. Oh my gosh, he's tracing art. Yes, my own art. Yeah, I want them to look like they belong, and this is the best way to do, honestly, if you have a base done for yourself. Still a problem with how to do shadows. I love the hard edges, soft blending, but I have no idea how to do that. That's a good point. My general rule is that I do soft shading on places that I want to look soft. But I don't blend. I will deliberately shade it like let's see, actually, now that we have I'm gonna save Lilu in case, like what we have already, in case someone else has some questions later. But here's a good example of this, I guess. Let me just close this up with with a line there, and I should be able to just make it the reference layer and just fill it up like it's nothing. Boom, done. Okay. Nice. Let's see. So, light from the side. Yeah. Classic shading thing. I'm going to shade this a bit quick. We can ask questions after. Let me just use gray and show where the usual anime shading goes. Grays of the eyes. The hair. And if we're gonna do the classic anime light from the side thing, divide the face in half. This looks so creepy, actually. Let me smoothen that out a little bit with an airbrush. Do shading on the other side. Of course, do the V shade that everyone, like you always have on the neck, and also don't forget the classic little triangle that goes on the cheek. Very classic anime shading, wouldn't you say? But it looks pretty good. It gives the cheek this kind of like it gives it a little bit of shape, that kind of stuff. If you actually also have this kind of a darker like skin, whatever skin color it is, you can also use a little bit of highlight on the nose on this side as well. But this is one of those I'm going by habit kind of shading that I see, usually accompanied with the same angle on a lot of pictures. This is a really good way of practicing, by the way. If you have a character that you've drawn with line art and base coloring ready like this, you just make a new layer for the shading and then you try to do the different shading. What would the shading look like if it came from the bottom? This is a really good exercise, actually. So, okay, the shading is coming with the lightest from the side, yeah? Technically, the rest of the body is also kind of shaded like this, you know? All right. So, face lit from the side. Face lit from the bottom. Will generally have different kinds of lighting. The classic one is this, right? This is a classic situation or a bottom lit thing, but you can reach some better effects by also letting the light hit some of the parts of the face that stick up. The nose. Good opportunity also to shade like the lips or something like this. And yeah, kind of spooky because the light is coming from the bottom. What else is there? Light from behind, I guess. And then it's mainly like, you know, this is mainly the rim light then. You can add a little bit on the nose for whatever reason, because a lot of people do that for the sake of effect. But this is a really good example for you to try different kinds of lighting. It's not completely 100% correct. It's not super realistic involved, but it's believable enough. I think this is what like lighting would look like in a manga or something. Hello, Julia. Welcome. Her ears would be cute with rim. Yeah, right. Actually, if you have some really strong light from behind, I would be tempted to do the subsurface scattering. So it almost gets a little bit glowy. Subsurface scattering is the fancy name for, you know, if you have a really powerful flashlight and you hold it against your hand, how your hands glow on the other side because they're kind of translucent, but not really. That's a subsurface scattering because the light scatters underneath the surface. And you know, your ears would do that. If you have like a flashlight or your phone light behind your ear and you look at yourself in the mirror, your ear it's gonna be glowing, you know? And that effect would be really fun. It's something to keep in mind for a future picture, I think. I'd rather not, honestly. I'd rather not imagine that. Oh man, I moved things that I shouldn't have. Okay. Okay, let's see. Well, Lilo needs more hair, obviously. I think I should go back to the lines for now. Let's see. Her glasses is what's gonna bring this together, I feel. Well, yeah, we're gonna try. It really doesn't look like her without the glasses, does it? Translucent is, yeah, light. The short hair look kind of good on her. Yeah, I agree, actually. That would be a quick trick for her to just look older, I guess. Like, you know, give the impression. She's got a little, I'm not sure what it is that she has on her ear, but we'll do something with it there. And luckily, I would say luckily, because we're gonna save some time with the outfit, because she just has like a dress that has this kind of really ribbon on it. Something like this. We're adjusting later, of course. I'm just following the reference for now. Yeah, transparent is completely, translucent is that slightly, like not completely invisible. If the whole, if we were translucent, we would be blind though. Our retina needs to capture light to see. Okay, here we go, Lilu. With her glasses as well, I guess. Yeah, the glasses do the whole thing, right? Do you like the realism or something? I don't know about the realism bit. I just really like taking that into account. If you guys haven't seen my art already, let me show you some of the things. I mean, like the, let's see, do I have him here? I have him here. Back here. Like I've drawn this. Self-portrait is at the end card of my lore video. I mean, I drew a lot of things that are on the lore video. So this one has more believable lighting in it, but it's still anime. So it has a little bit of realism in there, but not completely. You see some of the subsurface scattering on the wing of the plumie, the little owl there next to me. I also have the pictures like these that also incorporate a little bit of believable volumetric lighting that essentially, you know, it has a bit of realism to it, not as much cell shading. Yeah, the end of the lore video. If you haven't checked it out, it's on my channel. It's under videos. You see the lore video that I illustrated. So yeah, this one might look a little bit more cell shaded because of it all, but these are pictures that I've drawn. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, I can definitely see that the I just ended stream. I don't even know how that happened. There we go. I collect my shortcut for the drawing. I guess the drawing the shortcut for eraser is the drawing. The shortcut is the same if I do it on the other. Don't leave us. No. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just back. I'm back. I think I'm gonna use intro. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use this for the glasses. Is there anything else or no? Glasses are too big. Maybe I still feel like they're a bit too small. I'm gonna use this times 2. This is the useful the most useful aspect of digital art, if you ask me. Jump scare for the plumies. Thought you were taking a break. Yeah, right. No, that's the end screen. That's when we're prematurely gonna be ending it if I do it there. So nah, no worries. I was like, looks like the internet's out or something. No worries. Yeah, shaky hands. It's a good way to practice, but I don't trust my I don't trust my hand to do it that well. Is the autocorrect or something? Let's see. Let's see. We're gonna do I'm gonna do like this. And flipping this, flipping is really important because it'll let you catch some strange angles. This was already kind of angled, which made it a bit tricky for me to begin with, but I can totally see the face shape being really weird. It's a bit better, but it's definitely depending on if you're right-handed or left-handed, your art might droop or drag. She shows a little bit more forehead on this side, so we're just gonna do this. It's really hard when you sit down and commit to a piece like this. But there's some you can always improve in smaller bits as well. It just depends on what your art journey has been like. Flipping is super important, honestly. I still do so many mistakes when I'm drawing traditionally. But yeah, I have this thing where if I end up like something I had to learn to improve in the long run is learning to resume an art piece. I don't know if that resonates with anybody, but I used to kind of feel like, no, if I start a drawing, I will improve on speed so that I can do it, so I can do more in the same amount of time. But because I just could not stop and resume it. But now I'm better at it, obviously. Otherwise, like, I could not be streaming art. I guess I could. I know some people that just stream for a really long time on one piece, but honestly, your brain needs a break. And also leaving a picture, coming back to it, I'll see new things that might need to change with this one. So yeah, it's important to allow yourself to take some breaks. Do we still have that? Yeah, we do. Nice. Ooh. Let's add the rest of that. Give it some indication. Yeah, fresh ice makes everything so clear. You actually become very blind to what you're doing, almost like I don't know if you've traveled by train and it's been a train ride that's gone really fast and then it slows down for the last little bit or something. You just feel like you're crawling, but you're actually going really fast. Yeah, that's valid too. Honestly, I improved the most when I didn't finish pieces. But the downside to that is that you don't have anything to show for it. For a while, I generally went into just practicing shading, and then I wouldn't care about like really doing the last polishing bit of it. I would only practice these things that I've shown you now in grayscale. I know a lot of artists that also had their grayscale, their grayscale phase when they just do things grayscale and then they never do anything more, because it looks nice, and then coloring is also a completely different beast. So yeah, Is there any other art questions that I've missed? I know I saw some early on, but then I tackled the one that I was doing. Coloring is very scary on traditional. One thing you could do is get a LED drawing pad, like a light pad. I don't know what they're called, but I really like doing that because then basically you can trace your own picture when doing line art and stuff like that. You can have the original sketch and retain it, and then just kind of almost use layers because you know you have this kind of faint glow. But since it's an LED pad, like USB powered, you can use that on your desk. I would use that when coloring with markers and things like that, because then the actual marker picture is the part that I'm using on top of everything when I'm just tracing my own picture. Otherwise, it's such a commitment to color it, you know? I don't know what you can find them as, but they're usually not very pricey. Yeah, LED light, LED drawing board. You have different sizes of them too. But this works anywhere, you know. This works anywhere. If anything, that would help. Also, I would recommend drawing on a desk because the ergonomics are not that good on the bed, and at some point, if your neck is stiff after you're drawing, it's just not gonna stop hurting. You might want to take care of the posture a little bit, but I've also drawn on the bed, so it would be a bit hypocritical to just be all like, don't do that. But honestly, try to find a comfortable drawing position and take care of your posture if you want to do this for a long time. My desk finally has a use. Yeah, for sure. Take care of of not hunching too much, you know, try to prop it up if you can. My cue to stop sitting like a shrimp. Yeah, be careful of that. It's too easy to. For a while at some point I would draw on like a kind of a table, like a dining table kind of a thing. I think it was at some vacation or something, but the chairs were really low and it felt really comfortable to be so low that your arms could rest comfortably, you know what I mean? Otherwise, chairs kind of lift you pretty high. Like there's not a lot of desks that are that high to comfortably kind of lean over, you know? It's because like usual writing desks for your room, they're not very deep. As in, like, they're not very deep, they're not very high, they're not tall, not deep. So then you end up kind of shrimping on the spot. You might even end up having the vampire pose, where you have one arm over and then your head is almost like tilted on the side, you know, kind of. Man, it's just asking for neck pains. even if you're spry and fine and work out and everything, that's still gonna be a bit of a bother in the long run. Miel senpai, hoot hoot. How are you? Mielo. How was my day? My day was very eventful. I went to a pawn shop in Japan. I am back now, so I didn't have time to get jet lagged. I just stepped away there, like over there for like an hour or so, and then came back. Yeah, it's been a busy day. I'm a bit mellow. I'm a bit tired. Because obviously I still want to do the art stream. I feel like art stream at least is not that big of that's not that tricky. But I'm also talking a lot, so you know I end up being tired as well. I'm gonna show you guys a type of shading technique for hair, which is essentially, I don't know if it's gonna match the others. I'm gonna try that later, but think of it like, first you indicate where everything is in a straight line. How are you, Miel Senpai? Indicate it with a V, like a Vlhelm Vanderbos. It's a wide V, so it's like a Vlhelm Vanderbos, but it's a big V. And everything under this is gonna be mostly shaded. Now bear with me, because this is bear with me, I say, with Miel Senpai in chat. The pun game is too strong. Okay. I really like this hair shading technique, but it doesn't always work out, so I'm just gonna show it to you anyway. Okay, now think of these, and I practice this by practicing on anime figurines. Think of all this as 3D. So the head starts from here, and I'm gonna shape it like I would picture it, you know? I'm picturing the hair being shaped kind of like this. Or actually, I'm gonna do it correct. I'm not gonna do anything fancy. There you go. That one, that strand, kind of round. This next strand, kind of Nendoroid-like, kind of, you know what I mean? This one is kind of like this. This one is on its own. It's on its own. There. The next one is kind of part of the bigger one, but they're also kind of part of the same kind of deal. This next one will get this kind of shape, and shape. All right? You get what I mean with this. Like, it's almost like I'm trying to picture the hair, the volume of the hair in 3D, yeah? So with that in mind, we're also gonna change the shading to do the same thing. Hello, Joe. How are you doing? Pens and paper, start drawing too, because you're an inspiration. Thank you very much, Joe. You are too, you know. You get really boost the energy. I appreciate it always. I'm teaching some art stuff, so if you do have any questions for drawing certain things in art, don't hesitate to ask me, Joe. Okay, so while we're gonna do the same kind of progress with the hair, you're gonna see that it's gonna look pretty cool and defined already. We're giving it some shape. The separate strands, yeah? There you go. It's a little bit hard to see it over here because, you know, the lines are messy still, but let me clean it up a little bit. Okay. So the hair gets this kind of shape, and I already like how much shape it gives it, right? You can kind of treat the middle of each strand with the light as well, and you have something I like to call essentially like Nendoroid style, Nendoroid plasticky hair definition. But yeah, I like this kind of hair, and you can also give it some more. You can give it some more. This is just the base shape of each strand, but you can definitely break the shape a little bit and go a little bit up and down, to kind of give it some more, like almost like doing folds and creases in the hair like that too around it. It also works out. I just like to kind of start from this, and I think this is really fitting because of the fact that they're gonna be chibis. So, and yeah, I totally get that, Joe, about the hands. I really like drawing hands. I really like drawing hands, mainly because I feel like they really add a lot to a picture, to a portrait. And since I'm mainly a portrait artist, at least from what I've done on stream and stuff, yeah. I really enjoy putting a hand in somewhere, you know. I can never draw hands. I'm gonna automatically read that as never. Fuck. Fuck Laos. Laos. I'm gonna call you Laos. And thank you, Sophia. Any tips on giving character flaws? I'm having a bit of trouble explaining it to my friend without saying she looks like she commit arson or it gives manipulation vibes. As if like, as in explaining the character, the personality. I feel like flaws based off of it's kind of difficult to really flesh out a character just based off of their appearance, because, you know, they could have different struggles. They can have a lot of different things. I guess the classic thing is just the whole using words like intent and light, dark, evil kind of a thing. I'm not really sure how to go about that one, really. Thank you, Aranor. Thank you for hanging out here. Thank you, thank you. Hope you rest well. Like, I get the question, but I don't really know how to go about it without having references, because you kind of want to be able to capture a vibe, I guess, a vibe of a character without necessarily dropping the whole backstory, you know? If you know your character design, you can easily change the vibe of a character just by adding or removing details like the look, evil. Not evil, but, you know, yandere. It's like, ooh, I'd never trust a person like this. And then you kind of go like, oh, but she's so cute though. Kira kira kira, you know. Oh, suddenly very dreamy was just like about to take you out for eating the last pudding from the fridge, but now everything is so nice and bubbly, and oh my goodness, and oh, she's you know, there's some blush too. It's just about those little things. I'm very tempted to adding this effect later too. You know what? I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that layer. Oh, why you give characters flaws? I think in my own opinion, the most interesting, the biggest reason a lot of people give their characters flaws is because they find that it gives them depth and intention and reason to do the things they do, without necessarily having to give them a full backstory. I do feel like it's very important to develop the characters as well. I've also at some point done characters that really their story didn't really go anywhere because they were just kind of Schrodinger's cat of characters. Like they could become just about anything, but once you actually commit to giving them a story, it's almost like they're kind of stuck in that story, you know. So I'm sorry, I don't think I really have a good answer to how to justify giving character flaws. It can be used as a character development device or a plot device, but on its own, it doesn't necessarily. You could have a cool character without necessarily giving them. There could be a cool character design without necessarily having to define that they have these flaws, unless they're very important to you to add in, you know. Bit of a personal touch, I suppose. Yeah, you're right, Miri. That makes them more relatable, gives them room to grow, maybe overcome the struggles and the flaws, and or just make the most of them too. I like stories like that, that even though they're seen as flaws, TM, they still make the most out of it. I love a good story like that. Heck, you could argue Nimona that we watched on the members only stream yesterday has that. The best way in terms of trying to show that to other people is including references. Of what inspired that. If you have a character, it's if you have a character from an anime that inspired a certain vibe from your character, then it's always nice to include those if anyone needs to know for whatever reason. But I kind of understand that it's a bit tricky, because I probably wouldn't want my own characters to be like, oh, so they're just like to be kind of simplified, reduced to being what another character is in an anime or something, because I wouldn't want them to be reduced to that, you know. If you have a character that you've designed and have an intention and idea for, to suddenly just be reduced to like, oh, they're just like that one character from that anime, it's like, no, that's a completely different story, that's a completely different character. Hello, Munchiro. Sorry, I didn't say hi. So I really like how the face is looking on Lilo. I wasn't really sure which direction I wanted to go for Lilo, but this is definitely good enough. You guys, you know what, you guys? Let's see, woodland creature. Let me think. I had a friend that solved it for me. because at some point I was very you know, I would show some art and then just kind of get things kind of like I don't know if you guys ever had this, but if you do the slightest realism in an art piece, the reactions would be kind of like, oh, that looks really cool, even though, you know, and then they won't really understand the stylized manga or anime style that you do. Does that seem relatable at all, or what's that? Is that just kind of, don't you understand what I'm saying? Hello, Wally, welcome. Yeah, definitely had that. Okay, it's not just me then. Anyone else? There's a point to the story. I'm just checking if you guys understand what I'm talking about. This is mainly a thing. Realism seems more popular with the non-artist people. Yes. Art teacher was a definition. Yeah, same here. Same here. Yeah. I had that too. I was very puzzled about it because I felt like I had put a lot of effort into this picture, but it wasn't getting there. Like, it wasn't really it wasn't really wowing people, so to say. It was when I was still learning. And truth be told, a friend of mine helped me narrow that down as to why. And it's basically due to the fact that people that aren't artists, other artists might appreciate your work for your technique. They'll be looking at something completely different. If I look at a picture of yours, I can appreciate the character, the work put into it, what you're trying to achieve, based off my own experience, right? But if you were to show it to a non-artist, even someone that likes anime, but just a non-artist in general, they wouldn't be able to see what makes the pictures that impressive. Because to them, the anime, the thing they watch anime for is a specific style that they're just used to, you know? Or when it comes to realism, if they're complete non-artist, it's because they can only relate to what they have the closest to them, you know? So realism is very popular for audience because non-artists can appreciate, like, wow, you drew that, it looks so real, you know? That's almost the measurement of how good something is, because reality is their nearest it's their nearest reference point, you know? So if you're able to draw something that looks kind of real, it's almost like they can't fathom that you would draw something that looks real. Realism is recognizable. I even knew someone that straight up would not accept that someone drew it without using a photo. Even though this was a professional artist that drew for video games, like an artist based in an industry that would draw this day in, day out, multiple people. But the person who I was discussing the art with were just like, yeah, no, they had to use a photo for that. It must be a photo. It has to be a photo. No, there's no way, you know. And they were sticking to that. So I couldn't, like, okay, end of discussion. We can't really talk about this anymore, because you're completely, like, you don't understand that people could draw realistic and be really good at it. So yeah, it's tricky. Basically only, and that friend of mine that I mentioned that changed my view on the whole thing is like, they straight up said, yeah, but I don't understand what is impressive about the work that goes into this. I only ever watch, you know, kind of realistic stuff. I don't really watch the kind of anime things that you do. So I don't really understand. But he was at least empathic enough to be like, I'm sure there's a lot of work that goes into this, but I don't really understand it. That's why like another picture that I had done looks a bit more interesting to me, because it's a bit more rooted in reality. And I'm kind of like, yeah, okay, that's fair. I finally understand it. I finally understand what the deal is. It's tough to hear that. No, I appreciated that completely, because it finally made sense. It finally made sense why people would be like, that one looks better. That 45 to 1 hour sketch that looks kind of realistic, that looks better than this like 10-hour stylized picture. I'm kind of like, you know what? Thank you. I finally get it. I really appreciated that friend for that honesty, and they never meant to be hurtful about it. They were just kind of like, oh, I'm okay, I get it. It doesn't have to be tough. You don't have to take it as such. Don't take it as personal criticism. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and they have their own experiences that put them there. If you feel like people should find your art super impressive automatically just because you put effort into it, that's kind of a wrong mentality to have. If anything, if someone is that you know, kind of only appreciate things if they look realism, then that is a perfect person to measure your realism art with. You know, don't send them the stylized anime art just because you want to show it to someone. In fact, kind of send them realism stuff if you're practicing that. And they're gonna be a really good benchmark for like, oh wow, you really improved, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, no, after that I realized I couldn't just show art willy-nilly to people. Some people will appreciate it anyway, you know, but at least I wasn't as like, oh man, you don't get it, you know. That kind of cured me from that attitude, really. They're like, you don't get it, you don't know how much work I put into this. It's like, oh, they finally see it. There's an audience somewhere for your style. Yes, definitely. Let me drink a bit. So, let's see. I had a point. I'll get back to it. Hello, Lysander. Welcome. Hoot hoot. Yeah, I mean, that's very true. You can, the internet makes it easy to reach out to potential audience. Good job, Laos. How's everyone doing today? I am very chill vibing because I already had a stream earlier as well. So I'm just drawing the kohai. I don't think I want this kind of gray on the. But yeah, you find the audience and who to show the art to. You can't always expect to turn people's opinions or anything, like they would automatically like your art. But I get it though. I really like showing friends too, because that's the thing that you're doing. It's your craft. And people are very quick to talk about their craft, you know, what they did, what they're into. But that sadly doesn't mean they're gonna appreciate you showing your stuff. Always, but yeah. This one is a bit weird. This one could be rounder. Seeing how far you got with the drawing really made me question how long I knocked out for a minute. Well, I mean, I guess I'm quick. It looks so good. Thank you. The eyes are tricky for Lilu though, gotta say. Do I have a good check on this? There we go. That's a close-up of the eyes. She's got like water effect on the eyes too. Oh, got that too. Thank you very much for this close-up, Lilu. I'm not sure what these are. But that's interesting detail, actually. Her eyes are special. So I think we're just actually gonna use the yandere effect a little bit. Time flies here, yeah, especially when you know you just go from one topic to the next. With some nice chill music looping in the background. Haven't gotten a lot of art related questions for a while either, but you know, if you have one, you're welcome to drop one. Drop it and we'll talk about it. Hello, Heavenly. Welcome, welcome. I said at some point that when it comes to music, I kind of like to draw to certain music, but when it's like a mellow evening, and we're just gonna have this kind of art on, honestly. All right, Lilu, challenge accepted, I guess. We're gonna give you the we're gonna do the water effect here on your eyes. There we go. Gonna see how well we can actually use this shape. Yeah, the eyes are pretty cool. She has the same kind of water texture on her dress as well, which I think is pretty cool. I think we can get away with just blurring this. Yeah, actually, we do. If we just blur this, it's fine. Why can't I draw over that? Because it is part of everything else. Okay, understood. And back to this one. Tone that down a little bit. I did accidentally save not too long ago because I meant to hit Control D and I hit Control S. I feel like art people are quick to give criticism even though not without being asked. That's unfortunate. That's something that can irritate me personally because sometimes I just want to show the stuff I made. Yes. Question: when learning to draw people, is knowing anatomy and like figure drawing paramount? Not necessarily, but I would say if it's realism, then yes. But there are some ways to kind of learn how to split up a face, to kind of both study it and stylize it. But this is kind of just from the front. I will share the technique, but it's mainly from the front. Like when it comes to everything else, you kind of have to study your own lines. But would you like some tips for drawing a person from the front? I will use myself as an example. I'm just gonna use a screenshot of myself. Actually, yes. Okay. Let me find a good picture of let's see. This one's pretty good. It's angry face, but don't mind that, okay? Angry face. The way I learned to do this is basically where are the lines? Do we have a line? Straight line. Okay, there we go. I believe it was something like this. I'm sorry it's not like fully symmetrical because I'm just kind of putting the stuff in. I believe it's like divided into fourths. Let's see if we can just use this to do this. Yeah, that works. Okay. This is not completely true, but splitting up a face in these sectors once you practice this a bit, you're gonna be able to probably do most of it by just doing this, splitting it by the nose to study each part. But starting off, this is a pretty good one to keep in mind. And obviously for people, bombastic side eye, criminally offensive side eye. Yeah. Obviously for people, people are not fully symmetric. People are not symmetric. There's some asymmetry happening. There's some eyes are lower than the others. You know, there's some other stuff happening. The nose might be a bit moved to the side and stuff like that. But keeping this in mind, you can prepare a drawing. Let me just show you what I mean. This is a good way to study and bring in elements of a face. Is if you generally have these kind of squares in, the more you do it, the better you are at drawing the grid and kind of picturing the grid. But obviously and this lets you take these specific grids into account. Where does the eye start? This is mostly for copying as well, but this is good for visualizing someone's face. There you go. One eye. It's not completely correct, but it's like, you know, we're working on it. The nose is kind of centered. Does this here. If it was a realistic thing, you would probably think about the bridge of the nose and where the rest of the shape of the nose is. But I'm just kind of showing you a way to kind of picture someone's face. You can do this on with a photo. If you have a reference, then we can practice doing the photo on a digital drawing or something like that. And the mouth is actually kind of close to the top, so kind of start from one end to the other. I'm just going about it really fast right now. But that's basically the face that you've captured from this would-be photo, right? The grid will also kind of let you take into account if the face shape is a bit weird or different, square, round, pear shape. Upscaling drawings is a pretty good way to do this too, actually. But yeah, this kind of technique also lets you practice how to view people's faces when you draw them from photos or from whatever, you know. So yeah, that's a way of doing it. Back to a not so Square Vilhelm. Oh my gosh, it's Minecraft Vilhelm. Hello village, welcome. Art lessons. Yeah, we're having art lessons today. I can draw realism. I never really pursued it fully, so I'm still stuck at those basic tutorials of it. But I will use that to get the references where I need them from a photograph or something like that. If I'm trying to draw something from a photo, and then then I'll just let my shading take over, because it's not too good to cling too much to this. You kind of want to get your indications and your references down, but at some point you have to let go of it. So, and let your own interpretation and your own techniques come in, so that otherwise you're just copying everything. There's a lot of artists that use references, 3D models, blank-faced 3D models to kind of position their poses and stuff like that. And honestly, it's all valid. The one time you don't want to be doing things and then posting it as your own is if you completely copied a picture and and then you insist on calling it your own. That's then at that point you're stealing, you know. That's not okay. That's not good to do. But just indicating for yourself as a way to kind of like, I would like this kind of face, using a reference, using the indication like this, and then you just kind of, all right, you know what, I'm done with it. It's pretty good. That's fine there, you know. And then you let go, and you do the hair yourself, you do the clothes, the body. But I would say for all kinds of art, to improve the understanding of the figure, the body, I'm saying like you don't have to necessarily, because I've said so before already, that you don't have to do real people life drawing if your goal is to draw good anime art. I mean, I know art classes and schools will tell you this, because it's really important to have a good fundamental to build on, but you can also, as long as you understand what the fundamentals are supposed to do, you can skip ahead a little bit, like I said, and you can draw anime figurines as your life drawing practice, because your goal is to draw anime, and those figurines, they exist in real life, so it's a good way to kind of skip ahead a bit. But it is important to know why different things do the way they do. It's not just about, oh yeah, whatever, an eyes look like this, because you might get away with it for a while, but at some point that's just gonna stop working, because you're gonna need to be more flexible, and then you're stuck there. To with your habits rather than your actual knowledge, and you're supposed to figure it out on the fly, and that's never a good feeling. Sketching is great, actually, Village. I've found my way back to sketching a lot in the evenings. I used to kind of want to play a game or something, but lately I've found my way back to the sketchbook as well. It's really nice. I have an app called Easy Pose for my... Yeah, for sure. Like you want poses in. I'll let you in on a little secret when it comes to poses, is that your interpretation of the pose is probably the more interesting part of the pose, of the actual drawing. By that I mean that stock imagery looks really nice. People go like, doing the cool poses. You completely copying that pose into an art piece is going to take away all of the motion in it, because the photo is meant to be for reference, but when you put it into a picture, the classic one I've seen is always like a fighting pose and a kick and a punch or something. But if you ruin the lines a little bit of the poses and add more exaggeration to it, then it'll actually have more impact on your drawing, you know. I wish I could give you a good example of that, but we will get to that at some point. I'm gonna be working on some stuff in terms of fundamentals and designs going forward, so you're gonna have an opportunity to relearn some things alongside with me, because I've also been doing, speaking of being creatures of habit, right? Like I've mentioned on stream, these kind of portraits, they kind of come easy to me. This is like my comfort zone, but that also means that I've not really developed much in terms of my art style. There's a lot of things I could get better at, and I always go back to the basics in order to improve on things, on my technique, on my advanced technique. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, the new models have a lot of details going on for them, and one you don't really pay attention to the eyes much until for some reason they're very zoomed in, and actually because further out you don't really notice it much. Yeah. And for sure, Laos, the next streams, by the way, let's see if the schedule, yeah, next week is looking like this. 2 art streams, Wednesday and Saturday, a bit earlier during the day. Hopefully it's not too big of a bother for that. But yeah, 2 art streams, Wednesday, Saturday. Monday, I'm gonna try to have Stardew Valley going. Otherwise, we'll have to do some other thing, but I'm gonna try. And yes, Thursday, we're going for hand cam. I'm gonna try to, again, I'm gonna see if we can finish the owl clock, because I don't think we were that far from it, but a lot of it depends on how much we yap and how much we build. Take care, Laos. And Friday I haven't written what the members only stream is, but I think we're gonna be doing the Gideo again, Gid.io, because there were some other games to play on there that I think would be pretty fun to try out. We're gonna try that out. Let's see, back to art. No, we're not ending. Don't worry, Maeve. Hello, Maeve. Welcome. Nope, that's you right there. Welcome, Maeve. Kohai. How are you doing? I'm sorry if I haven't caught it yet. Do you have a greeting? Do you have a special stream greeting yet? Good vibes and high tides. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. I like it. Hooded Ploomies, you're the only ones I know the actual fan names for beside mine. Hey. Oh, what did your fan name end up on, by the way? Might have missed it. I mean, I try to keep up as best as I can, and I apologize for not being able to, but I would love for you to teach me. I was waiting for the stream. Yeah, you were watching me build a clock. I'm gonna continue building it next week. Yeah. You're also busy, that's very true. They're officially Sealies, but I do acknowledge that there's a faction in there for the Pinnies. Okay, cool. Are you gonna be the one with, like, you're gonna have 2 fan names depending on the factions? That's gonna be interesting. Really sealed that deal. I wanted to say that, but I thought, I'm sure you get that a lot. I'm sure you get that a lot, Maeve. Somehow always someone on the fan desk mentioned Navy SEALs. I like that. I like it. I like what you got going on, Maeve. It lends itself for so much for so many puns. I hope you don't mind puns because it's perfect for it. But yes, welcome today. Happy to have you here, Mabe. Say, Bloomy, should we lock in a little bit? Should I try to get some more process done? I think the process is going a little slow. Where's the music folder? I'm gonna need a DJ Plume to do something about this. A friendly competition, that suits you so well with all the with your game show and that's very clever. I like it. You can get a little look at all the you can have a look at all the chibis. You see I'm working on Lilu right now. She doesn't have her glasses on. They should be here somewhere. There you go. So here you go, Lilu. Yours is already done there. Let's look at it colored. There you go. There you go. I think that's, yeah, that one is the one that's done. Yeah. Then we have Mimi. Still needs a little bit of the spikes and the of course the antenna connecting the eyes to her. And of course did the whole like the little slimy kind of surface thing to make it work. Still have some details to touch up. I would say Maeve is the only one that is completely done. There's still some parts to refine before these are done, but this one is the second one almost that is almost done, right? And then we have Sarah, who's also missing some parts of her outfit here and there, but she's like she's doing on a diamond on a gem here. Perfectly cooked as always, chef. Oh wait.
Perfectly cooked as always, chef.
It's always chef. Yeah. I've promised to bring back my text-to-speech voice. So I'm gonna re-say that in my text-to-speech voice. Okay.
Perfectly cooked, as always, chef.
Thank you, Command Throw. And of course, Lilu. Yeah, so Sarah's eating a gem with the like, yum, 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 yum kind of a thing, yeah. Did anyone hear the audio shift or is my phone just cooked? What are you... Oh, did it actually shift? Did something happen?
Or was it just my voice changing into my text-to-speech voice?
I'm first, everyone. Remember that? Yeah, they should know. You were first. I drew them. I'm drawing them in order of debut, of course. Okay, Stephen Hawking. That's pretty good too. That's very true. He does have the text-to-speech voice. The original text-to-speech voice. What app do you use to draw? I draw on Clip Studio. Okay. I think it's time I merge a lot of stuff. We're gonna merge this with this part merge this, everything merged, everything is one layer. The eye shines can stay on their own layer. Okay. Use the OG, yeah, exactly. Please no Papa Hoot. I'm just Vil is fine. But yeah, of course, it's a pleasure. I just wanted to give you something. I'm sorry it's taking so long. I figured chibis would be fine, but of course I have to do I have to do the little details right anyway, so yeah. Plus, I'm only doing them on stream to keep them kind of like a VOD thing, so... Hoot. If you gotta have something for me, then yeah, sure. But yeah, of course, mate. I wish you all I wish you all the best. Fine, I'll just call you Bill. Man, whatever happened to the senpai? That's fine, mate. It's okay, it's okay. I don't think you ever call like Hoots just a good nickname. Yeah, Hoots. You can have a nickname. It's fine. It's fine. Wow, this eyebrow is kind of weird. Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad you like the chibi, mate. I'm glad I'm able to do this for Gen 3. Okay, we have some shitting. Did the color build? Yes, yes. And that's why it's fine. It literally says somewhere that just call me Vil, so I guess I should just be called Vil. Honestly, that still needs to be a public service announcement. I don't think you had a problem calling me Vilhelm. Not that I'm asking you to, Maeve. I just, I already mentioned it to the Plumies at one point that I think I'm gonna need to do a PSA short about this. More often than not, people end up having a hard time saying Vilhelm. So that's why I'm all like, you know what? Just call me Vil. It's okay. It's okay. And now if anyone ever calls me Vilhelm, it feels like getting the full name treatment, you know? But just the fact that Vilhelm is a really difficult... Vilhelm is a really difficult name, apparently. Even Jenkins said, yeah, he also said Vlhelm and whichever. Vlhelm Vanderbos of yeah, this is how it's going. Vlhelm Vanderbos of Noble Owl of Globie Generation 2. That's a full name completely. Flashback to everyone saying Vlhelm Vanderbos, the Noble Hoothelm Senpai boss. Vanderbros. Yeah, Vanderbros also got a lot, actually. I remember people being like, you should totally call your fan base Vanderbros. Now, you're not the only one, Maeve. Don't worry about it. It's because it's a Dutch name. At least he's not calling you Vance. Oh goodness. Yeah, that's you get podium just for not that. I know Vance says that he gets called Vil, but I've never heard it. I've never heard anyone call him Vil. I only get called Vance. It's because I have fun in my name. Vanderbos. Girly pop, goodness. In that case, Maeve, I'm happy that I'm considered Hootman. As is, yeah. I don't think you call your Kohai anything special, do you? Is it just adding kun at the end of the name? That sounds weird. Do itashimashita, Maeve-kun. No, that's no. We're not about that. Yeah, exactly. Oh god, yeah, that's not, okay? Let's just see it as a trial and error and call it an error and be done with it. What was it? So what inspired you to start drawing? I don't know. I always kind of liked it. I tried and errored. Exactly. But I also put on the Ikemen voice, which also didn't help. But hey, Maeve is an actual Ojo-chan, Ojo-sama. It's the heiress. Man, Maeve actually has stuff that she's inheriting. I inherited something too. Oh, right, hold on. Parents cut you off for now. Okay, I just kind of, I have this inherited, in a way. She also listens to your thiness. I find that inappropriate for me to use. But you guys can probably go ahead with it. Glow stick inheritance, yeah, right? Quite the glow up, I'd say. Cue the evil cue the evil emotes. Oh, Lilo actually has 2 colored eyes. Salted caramel coffee is quite nice, yeah. I had some hazelnut coffee with some bit of caramel in it, but I don't think I've had any salted caramel. There you go, and that should be Lilu's eye color. Perfect. Tama! Hola Tama, ¿cómo estás? Tama Ray, go! The dragon raid, we got a dragon in here. God dang it, this dragon on. It's dragging the stream on. Hello Tama. Tama might have been one of the earliest fan artists, I believe. Don't think I've forgotten, Tama. Much appreciated. How was your stream? What are you doing? What are you doing? And yes, the eyes have the ocean look already. The color really brings it out, I feel. Monetization celebrations, congratulations! Congratulations. Well done. I understand, Tom. I mean, you just got to monetization. You've been plenty busy. Good job. I'm happy for you. Well done, well done. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, everybody. You guys remember my monetization? Gosh, I was really excited about that one. Still am the fact that I have you alchemists around. Then we have like the fun emotes. You guys got the art piece. Yeah. Nice, welcome. Yeah, I showed you the Plumie mascot. That was the first surprise, I believe, that you actually got I kept the mascot hidden until monetization. What was funny is that there were some iterations that some people had drawn that was similar too. I thought that was really funny. But yeah, I finally got the reference picture for the Plumies done then. And of course, you got the beautiful art piece that you guys know. You gotten some nice art since then too, of course. Where do you see? We have it. Here it is. You guys know this one. This picture. Fancy a cup of tea. Lovely. I'm so happy to have that one. Welcome. I need to ask you, Tama, what your fan base is called. I think you might already said Tama Raid, Gao, no? Because I want to welcome everybody. I see at least some people that typed here. Let's see. Welcome Schrodinger. Welcome Maxter. Welcome Midas. And Meanie. And Foxbot. Did I miss anyone? I don't know. The Horn... Really? Hornmates? Okay. I figured, Meanie. Yeah, Maxter is here too. The Maxter. I recognize that name. No, I get that, Thomas. Okay. Hornmates. Okay, I gotcha. And okay. I think I might want to... Knows it's gonna be tricky to do this classic highlight on, but I think we can still fit a little bit in there. We're just gonna be do these cheek blushies, really thin lines, because we're gonna use another layer effect to add the really big blushies in after. But honestly, if I just do a little bit more definition, we can at least put some of the definition here on the ears. I always find elf ears a little bit tricky. I always find it a little bit tricky to really define. I can do a normal ear. Let's say it's just gonna do it like this, you know. I can like draw a normal ear. I usually do it kind of like this. You can add an extra part there too if you want. But when it comes to elf ears, I don't know where this part is supposed to start. Like if you have an elf ear, you know? Then I kind of imagine this part is probably still same. But then doesn't it actually do this? For a full-on elf ear, I don't know. But this is a chibi anyway, so we get away with it. We get away with it. I'm sorry, overcomplicating things because we just go straight into just doing a super simplified chibi ear anyway. We are today I'm drawing these chibis of my genmates. I've drawn Maeve, who's in chat here too. Not my genmates, I keep saying genmates. I'm not used to being a senpai. Oh goodness, the embarrassment. I'm sorry. They are, for all intents and purposes, my colleagues, but not my genmates. Here he goes. Where's Maeve? There's Maeve. Maeve. Right there. Selkie, the Selkie. We have Mimi. Oh. Can we move? Oh no. Let's not move that one. Let's move the whole thing. Mimi's right there. We're working on Lilu, but we also have Sarah. You know, have her peek out there. She has a pretty long ear, so we can't really put her too high up. There we go. Yeah, the others are still, we have to come back to them and finish them up. But I wanted to define all of them at least. So I can give everyone a bit of a preview at least. Thank you. We're also taking a lot of art-related questions if you have any, regardless of level of art or what it could be. I try to show practical examples of how I would do it. That's not necessarily the one tested one and only method, but you know, if you're stumped, if you're stuck, then at least maybe it'll push you in a direction to where you can solve it. It is not the way. Vlhelm Vanderbos. Is there one true way of drawing things? No. It is a way. It is a way. It is a way. It is a way. Bum, 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 bum. For the last little bit, I'm gonna put on the this one, the owl what was it? Marketplace, the fantasy theme one. Please let me know how the volumes are. It might be a bit loud. Let me check Maeve, what kind of details we're talking about. The hair is kind of detailed despite all. Tend to trade some I'm to trade some coins for a loaf of bread. Hoot hoot, good sir. May I interest you in some rhyme loaf of bread? Okay, time to shade the hair a little bit more. She does have a lot of shades of pink in the hair, so... I think I may want to prioritize putting the colors in, because even though there's a lot missing, having colors in actually makes it look so much more finished, you know what I mean? So let's do that. Cursed moment incoming. The voice change. Well, hello. Gotta role play a little bit, you know? Gotta role play. Bonjour, something, Beauty and the Beast. And just this song makes me think of all kinds of NPC voice lines from games, you know? Move along, citizen. Welcome. Ah, that's a fine deal. Or like mid quest kind of thing, like you're helping something with, like, I don't know, a nocturnal threat, and like, the missus and I never go out at night anymore. You know? This is Medieval Tavern. Yeah, Medieval Townville, actually. Westville's voice kinda... when voice acting. It's also Shopkeeperville, you know? Well, don't keep me waiting all day. And then you stroll, you scroll the words a little bit, and then you're kind of like taking too long, so they have an idle voice line like, if you're just gonna be looking, I'm just gonna go do something else, or, you know, buy something, will ya? Buy something or get out. Yeah, it's very March, isn't it? Bring March back. What, you think it's not good quality enough? I made all these weapons myself. I know they're good for it. Thank you, Ghost. I appreciate it. The lurking is very supportive as well. What else would March say? Oh, hi. I mean, welcome. When he's like very excited when you're already friendly with them or something. Lurking is so valid. Yeah, thank you. It is. VOD gang is valid. Lurking is valid. All the support. Though of course I do enjoy the company of a little bit of a chat here and there, so not the sudden March attack. The music pulled it out. I hear you're in the market for a new building. What would you like? Birchwood? Pine? We got it all. If we don't have it home, I'll just ask March to make it. Don't hesitate to buy anything. Like, guess the mystery character. Well, I was gonna sell you a loaf of bread, but I would love to keep it myself. Welcome. How would you react if every subscriber flooded your stream one day, Bill? Every subscriber just came in and said hi? Well, probably with the first words I said after my introduction. Holy hoot, there's a lot of you. Yeah. I haven't said holy hoot in a while, have I? Yeah. That was my debut, you guys, you know? Holy hoot, real, yeah, right? I don't think I'm that easily flustered. I mean, sure, you Plumies made me cry with the very nice gesture that you did for my birthday, and all the gestures you always do are very emotional, but when it comes to that, I need a new sword. I can't go hunting with a sword so broken. It only serves as a toothpick. Okay. I need a sword. I can't go out hunting with a sword. It's so broken it'll barely serve as a toothpick. Be really scared. Yeah, obviously. Honestly, if there's a lot of flooding where it's unmoddable, I would probably turn on slow mode. Because it's about, you know, we also need to be able to stay on top of things. I don't want to I'm gonna do a little bit of blushes here and there too for this. Maybe a little bit on the nose as well. Maybe a little bit on the lips. Just give a general nice little blush up everywhere. There we go. Nice Sue. Oops, did not mean to do that. There. Yeah, this is bringing some mystery vibes. And yeah, Holt is easy enough to guess. Also, the last line I reacted to from Celine is still kind of in my head when it comes to, you know, What do you think about daisies? Some people call them weeds, but I would never. Celine is very precious, yeah. Do you guys, if you play Mystria, do you feel influenced by the voices I've given the characters? I realize I decide on the characters, then I keep like hearing their when I go show my friends that clip and go, which clip? There's so many clips of me doing voices. Nibbles, nibbles. Detox, hello, Ohio. Ohio gozaimasu. The one you just did, oh. When I'm doing a voice like this, I just really like to do different character voices. Go ahead. Show it to them, see what they think. My time is Sandrock. Yay, my Sandrock is awesome too. I haven't gotten back to my Sandrock save, gotta admit, but I really like the game. I haven't really, I haven't gotten that far in it. But I do like it. I do like the sense of community that is in Sandrock as well, for sure. Nice to have you here, Skinny. I was trying to find a voice because they have voices in Sandrock, so I can't just give them voices. The Pendenville combo. I could have sworn I saw my own shadow, but I stopped for a moment to admire it. I don't know, I just made that up. Put great cheese on these abs. Pen is amazing. It's such a good character. Have I ever done the pen voice for any character? I want you to do a female voice. That was a female voice. What's a good female voice, Plumies, that I've done? Probably something from Stardew, right? I usually just changed. I don't change my Vilhelmina. Vilhelmina had a female voice. Do plenty cute ones. I change my mannerisms more than I change my voice. I just make my voice a little higher and then I just talk. More delicate, I suppose. But I guess I could go even higher. Although, Dango goes pretty high with his voice though. He goes, hi, but I can't go that high. This is probably the highest I can do. So if you change your voice to this and then add some mannerisms to it, it kind of works. But you can kind of hear that my voice is a little shaky sometimes. Hello, Z, welcome. Yeah, Dango can go really, really high. But doing this kind of voice also works because it lets you go kind of do stuff like that. Yeah, that kind of stuff. That's my Disney princess voice. I guess that is Princess Wilhelmina. Get up in the morning, go like, ha 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 ha. What a moment to enter, yeah? Falsetto. Oh my goodness. Welcome. Disney princess voice. Yeah, because you know I'm befriending animals in general. I have a little crow buddy, Crowley. So I'm kind of getting the brand of being a Disney princess or something like that. Which, you know, suits me fine. Wilhelmina kawaii. Arigato. Very Tusker, yeah, but I think I wouldn't be able to do it for too long if it wasn't an actual stream, so very selectively so, you know? How do you draw trees in the background? How big are the trees? It's an extra treat. I guess it is a bit of an extra treat if I don't do it too often. I guess it's a bit of a Nintendo voice too. Dear Mario, you know? Dear Mario, please come rescue me. I got kidnapped again because they couldn't think of a good plot point. Oh, sorry, please. That is a joke. That is a joke. Don't cancel me, Nintendo, please. Please. It's funny because it's true. Link, Link, don't go into the light, Link. Beware the red moon, Link. Where's my game with Princess Zelda actually fighting? And I know they made one with her in the lead role recently, but she's not wearing armor or wielding a sword, you know? Gonna go into a rant. Mercy, mercy. Yeah, I guess that was it. What would we use the voice for? I like it, but it's hard to control the voice, you know? It's kind of one monotone because of the falsetto. I guess so. There's a good Princess Peach one. She has a different she can fight like a musketeer, and you can do the yeah, that's very true. Otaku. Yeah, I do like it when they give him a little bit of a better edge, without taking away too much of the delicacy. The delicacy. Changing the character too much. Ooh. Are? Less contrast, please. That is pretty close. Let's do it a little bit darker too. A little bit darker. And this actually tells me we need to do the skin a bit brighter even. Okay, I think I'm gonna be rounding up. But let's do this to the glasses as well to kind of give them a bit of a border effect. Wait, is it? There we go. And I think we can actually give it the actual effect those glasses have. because they have some shimmer and shines here and there, and if I can just kind of replicate it a bit, because I think the shimmer and shine of the glasses also move when she moves, but if we just kind of replicate this a little bit, because you know these are not going to be moving, so whatever. This should be fine. Yeah, we can leave the saturated pink. We can do the what does he? She has a bit of blue, a bit of light blue, very pastel-y actually. Let's add the blue to the bright parts of the outfit so we can get that done there, and we can come back later and finish it up. I still really like the progress we did today because we have them all defined. And you know, defining the vision is you're halfway there, you know? Define your idea as best way as you can. If you get an idea, try to capture it. Write it down, sketch something, do a thumbnail. Even just put your phone or something on voice recording or something and just kind of tell yourself the idea. Because even though you're fully awake, it's sometimes as difficult as capturing a dream. You guys ever tried writing down a dream when you just wake up from it? When you read those notes later, it's like not gonna make. You tell yourself it's gonna make sense, and then you read them later and it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, exactly. I can compare them all out now. We're gonna need to make this a little brighter to do it here. Now, I do have some plans and some ideas of what to do for art next week. I'm gonna try to get these done in my own time, so to say, so that they can have their chibis done, because I have some other ideas that I also want to involve you guys in as well. Some other design challenges that I want to try out. But of course, the Kohai also get their chibis. No, don't worry about that. They're gonna get them. The glasses are a little wonky. That's kind of funny. Oh, what happened? Oh, did I merge? I merged. All right. Normally for glasses, I would kind of like to give them some kind of indication that they are actually glasses, but it's a bit tricky when a lot of the details behind it all also kind of need to, well, you know, exist. But I think I will just do like a lower, not as exaggerated as this, but we're gonna save this for the shimmer, and then we're just gonna be selective about it, you know, kind of do something like this. So that it doesn't bother the rest of the design too much. Something like this. Well, Hakura, we are gonna round things up. So you're back just in time to give a little Hutsu. Wait, no, that's a bit too much. Glow dodge? Yeah, maybe glow dodge. Glasses, it's not really working that well, so I'm gonna shelf that idea for now. The blue is too blue, of course. Can't just look. I drew you, but you know everything is super blue. Saturation lower. Oh. Oh. Got so much pasteliness to it. Need to be careful so that I don't. I think some color is good to keep around, so we're just gonna leave it like this. All right, we'll leave it there. Save. Yeah, she does have the macaron pasteliness to it. I think we could just actually kind of list them closer, like spaced out a bit. Whereas Mimi maybe can be here. I feel like Maeve should be like Lilo turned out much bigger than I meant for. Something like this. Yes, and also of course Sarah. Sarah can go here. Oh, Sarah is also kind of big. Sarah can be there. Big ears. And Mimi, of course. Mimi is kind of difficult to measure how... No, Mimi's a pretty good size. Put her there. There we go. Oh yeah, Lilo is actually live. See what she's up to. Insatsu. Okay. I guess we know who to raid then. Maybe I should listen into what she's talking about first. But I'm sure otherwise we know. All right. Mimi lost her eyes. Oh no, Mimi lost her eyes. They're there. They're not connected to her. There we go. They're just hovering about the eyes. Yeah, I haven't had a picture with all of them together like this, and they look really good. We're definitely onto something good here. There's still some work to be done, of course, but yeah. Very kawaii. I guess it's very fitting that we raid into Lilu after drawing Lilu. Very well. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me. Let's go back to chatting stream. Let's round it up. The good old chatting. There you go. You know how that goes. Hutsu, everybody. Hutsu. Welcome to the end of the stream. Sorry you haven't been on my shoulder, Bloomies. I kind of botched it when I was going to show the tea piece to Yanka. Because I like tea, you know? But also, I forgot that, oh dang. The Plumie is there too. The Hutsu music, yeah, Hutsu music. Hutsu, everybody. For those that don't understand, Hutsu is my version of Otsu, which is essentially what streamers say from Japanese. Otsukaresama, Otsukaresama deshita, to, you know, thank you for your hard work. Good job today. So we say Hutsu. Because hoot hoot, and also you also now know how to say. You automatically know how to say hat, like the something you put on your head, in Dutch. If you've not seen it, I put out a new Quattrolingo teaching you how to say hat in 4 different languages, English being the first one, but of course. Hoot hoot in Dutch. Hoot is hat. Hoot hoot. So go check it out. It's on my channel. I will repost it on Twitter as well because I noticed I had left a typo in when I copied paste things. Oh my goodness, my whole setting tweets up is just embarrassing at times. In German is hoot. Is it hoot as well? You say it like that? Hoot or hoot? Hut. No, it's hoot, of course. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot. Nice. Hoot hoot. Nice. Yeah, there you go. Hutsu hutsu. Just like the Dutch. And it's zap. I don't even know how to say that in Polish. Zapka? Thanks for being the inspo for me to draw tonight. Of course. I always enjoy inspiring people to draw as well. Shapka. Nice. Now, not all the streams are gonna be Q&A, questions and answers. I'm glad I could help with some of the questions today. It's shapka. It's chapka. Ah, okay. Okay, yeah. As a Swede originally, I have a hard time with sh and ch and j and y. You know, the y versus the j, the ch versus the sh. That is something that is very difficult for a Swede. But yeah. Those were a tough one. Yeah, they are. But we got there. You got something anyway. But yeah, not all streams are gonna be Q&A art streams. I will mark them as such, so that you know in advance. But we're gonna be doing some design-oriented streams as well. So it's gonna be more focused on the generating the how do you say that, the prompts, the drawing prompts, and then we'll together reach like maybe design a character together and stuff like that. I'm looking to explore more of things that we can do together in art. What is your favorite fictional character? Fictional character. I don't know. That's a good question. I owe a lot to Hatsune Miku. As some people learned today, I owe a lot of my drive and inspiration, and even where I got into art today, to Hatsune Miku. Even though I don't really listen to a lot of Vocaloid now, for the time that I did, it inspired me a lot. So there you go. Sure, I'll say Hatsune Miku. I almost say Hutu then Hutsu to my friend. Miku, I thought it was Celine from Mystria. Did you go to the... No, I did not. No. And yeah, I mean, Celine is nice too, of course. We got a lot of... I like a lot of fictional characters. I like a lot of video game characters. You know, a lot of games I played. But we're talking about, like, favorite. It's hard to really say because, you know, I like the different characters for different reasons. But yeah. That was one that inspired me a lot. And as you guys know from the Janken home stream, you can check the link on my community tab. We'll leave more questions for some other time. Favorite anime? I'll say Bakuman, because I could not go a single episode without picking up my sketchpad and feel very inspired. Yeah. There was an ad that went out for Vocaloid in general. That played the song "Tell Your World," and it was the whole thing of people essentially tagging themselves of not just being a fan but being a creator. I'm a creator. It was essentially I am a creator, and they featured art. They featured you know, dancers on YouTube, MMD animators, artists, singers, everyone that did anything together with Hatsune Miku. And that whole thing just really moved me a lot. To like, yeah, I'm a creator too, you know. I'm drawing, like I would draw Miku, stuff like that. Pretty cool. Good times. It really fueled me, and Miku's designer, Keigaro, actually, you know, that inspired my art to become what it's become today. Just partly along the way, not entirely, but the little push into the grayscale direction that I do, I owe a lot to him and some other artists as well. So yeah, very nice. I am very out of touch with Vocaloid now, so I cannot really call myself a current Vocaloid fan because I don't recognize the songs. I barely know what songs are in and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it's undeniably been there. So, all right, thank you everybody for today. I will send you over to Lilu. I don't know what her greeting is, but let's do a good old raid message with a hoot hoot. And I will catch you again on Monday evening, by the way. It's not going to be Monday the usual time because I can't make it to that slot, but I still wanted to try do a Monday evening stream, which I'm hopefully going to have Stardew Valley back running. Otherwise we'll figure something else out. Wish me luck in getting it back up running because the mods were really a mess last time. So if I've done a day in the game without you guys, then you will know that was probably because I needed to fix something. Thank you. All right, crossing my toes. I'll go, let's go over to Lilu, and everybody have a nice rest of your evening and have a lovely rest of your weekend. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much. You're welcome back anytime. Hoots everybody, hoot evening, hoot night. Have a nice one. Bye for now. Bye. Stay lovely, stay cozy, and see you. Hoot hoot.